Moby Dick begins with the famous line, "Call me Ishmael." Ishmael, the narrator, introduces himself as a restless sailor who signs up for a whaling voyage to stave off his depression. His choice to join a whaling ship reflects his search for purpose and adventure. He provides rich descriptions of his experiences and observations, setting a contemplative and philosophical tone for the novel. Ishmael arrives in New Bedford, Massachusetts, a major whaling port, and stays at the Spouter Inn. There, he meets Pequod, a tattooed Polynesian harpooner, with whom he forms a close friendship. Their bond symbolizes the novel's themes of multiculturalism and brotherhood. Their initial encounter is tense but quickly turns into mutual respect and camaraderie, showcasing the breaking down of cultural barriers. Ishmael and Pequod travel to Nantucket, the heart of the whaling industry, to find a ship. They board the Pequod, a whaling ship, and meet its mysterious owners, Captain Peleg and Captain Pequod. Their journey to Nantucket marks the beginning of their true adventure. The voyage introduces the readers to the rigorous and perilous life of whalers, underscoring the novel's maritime setting. The enigmatic and monomaniacal Captain Ahab is introduced. He has a single-minded obsession with hunting Moby Dick, the giant white whale that had previously cost him his leg. Ahab's vendetta against Moby Dick sets the stage for the central conflict of the novel. His presence looms large over the ship, creating an atmosphere of tension and foreboding. The diverse crew of the Pequod includes Starbuck, the first mate who is practical and religious, Stubb, the cheerful and indifferent second mate, and Flask, the aggressive third mate. The crew's diversity highlights the global nature of whaling and the varied human responses to Ahab's obsession. Each character represents different attitudes and philosophies, contributing to the rich tapestry of the story. Ahab reveals his vengeful quest to the crew, offering a gold doubloon to the first man who spots Moby Dick. His intense, almost demonic charisma convinces the crew to follow him. This moment crystallizes the Pequod's mission and binds the crew to Ahab's obsession. The gold doubloon becomes a symbol of Ahab's all-consuming pursuit and the crew's complicity in his madness. The Pequod encounters several other ships during its voyage, each with its own story and fate related to Moby Dick. These encounters build a sense of the widespread impact of the whale and Ahab's infamy. These meetings also provide foreshadowing and deepen the novel's themes of fate and obsession. Each ship's tale adds to the mythos of Moby Dick and highlights the far-reaching consequences of Ahab's quest. Pequod falls seriously ill and has a coffin made for himself. He miraculously recovers, and the coffin is later converted into a lifeboat, symbolizing death and rebirth. Pequod's coffin becomes a powerful symbol of mortality and salvation. It serves as a poignant reminder of the thin line between life and death in the perilous whaling industry. The novel describes various whale hunts and the brutal realities of whaling. Ishmael reflects on the nature of whales, the industry, and broader philosophical questions. These passages delve into the natural history of whales and the existential musings of the narrator. Ishmael's detailed observations enrich the narrative, providing a deep dive into the whaling world and its ethical implications. Ishmael ponders the symbolic meaning of Moby Dick's whiteness, associating it with both purity and terror. This contemplation underscores the multifaceted symbolism of the white whale and the novel's exploration of good and evil. The whiteness becomes a complex symbol, representing the sublime and the terrifying, the known and the unknown. As the Pequod draws closer to Moby Dick, Ahab's obsession deepens, and his behavior becomes increasingly erratic and tyrannical. Ahab's descent into madness illustrates the consuming nature of his vengeance. His relentless pursuit affects the entire crew, pushing them toward inevitable doom and highlighting the destructive power of obsession. The Pequod finally spots Moby Dick, and a relentless three-day chase ensues. Ahab's fixation intensifies, leading to dramatic and destructive encounters with the whale. The chase scenes are filled with suspense and highlight the climactic struggle between Ahab and Moby Dick. Each encounter increases the tension and stakes, culminating in a fierce battle of wills. Moby Dick rams and sinks the Pequod, killing most of the crew. Ahab is entangled by his own harpoon line and dragged into the sea by the whale. The destruction of the Pequod symbolizes the inevitable downfall brought by Ahab's obsession. The sinking of the ship serves as a tragic end to the crew's journey and a grim testament to the futility of Ahab's quest. Ishmael survives by clinging to Pequod's coffin, floating alone in the ocean until he is rescued by the ship Rachel. His survival is both a literal and symbolic lifeline, representing the possibility of redemption and continuation of the human story. Ishmael's rescue underscores the novel's themes of endurance and the resilience of the human spirit. Ishmael reflects on the tragic end of the Pequod and the enigmatic nature of Moby Dick. The novel closes with his rescue, leaving readers to ponder the complex themes of obsession, fate, and the human condition. Moby Dick remains a powerful exploration of humanity's struggle against nature, inner demons, and the inscrutable forces of the universe. Its enduring legacy lies in its profound commentary on the human experience and its rich, symbolic narrative. Let us know in the comments what books you'd like to see us summarize next. Happy learning, we will see you in the next book summary.